Well, hello, and thanks for watching another episode of ARFCOM News, your twice-weekly dose of the finest 2A propaganda. Have y'all seen these gun shops posting crazy short NFA transfer times? SK Arms posted a screenshot of an e-filed Form 4 with a 3-day turnaround. That's faster than it sometimes takes for a Form 3 to come back. Nature is healing, folks. We are the virus. If you're wondering what all these nerd numbers are, a Form 4 is what you fill out when you want to buy a Whisper Pickle or other NFA device. A Form 3 is the form dealers fill out to transfer an NFA device from the manufacturer. Normally, Form 3s usually process in just a few days at most, but wait times on Form 4s were up to a year, sometimes even more than a year, not that long ago. But now, it looks like the ATF is finally doing business like they're in the 20th century. Why are they finally getting work done? I honestly have no idea, but I did see someone speculate the NFA branch might have hired a bunch of new people thinking they were going to get a flood of Form 1s for people looking to register their braced pistol as an SBR for free. Bless their hearts. That never actually happened, so maybe these new guys are looking for something to do. Honestly, it should never have taken as long as it did to process background checks. I mean, the NFA should never have existed, of course, but that's no excuse for taking months to process paperwork, even back in 1934. What do you think? Is this the new normal? Can we look forward to reasonable processing times in the future, or is this just a fluke? Now remember, it would be impossible for us to produce quality 2A propaganda without sponsors, so let's pay some bills. Today's video is sponsored by TNVC.com, your source for good old-fashioned all-American night vision just like Mom used to make.
See at nighttime. Nighttime seeing is important. Don't you want to see things? Seeing things is better. What's wrong with you if you don't want to see things? TNVC.
The Dagobah system is one of the states poised to become the 28th state to pass permitless carry this year, if they can get their shit together.
Well then get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit, so it's together.
Louisiana has been trying to pass a permitless carry bill for several years, but authoritarians keep getting in the way. Governor Jeff Landry called a special session intended to crack down on crime, and one of the main goals of this session is to pass permitless carry. One of the proposed bills, SB 1, is a proper, according to Hoyle, permitless carry bill which allows any adult to carry a concealed weapon so long as that person is not prohibited from buying a firearm. Representative Patrick Connick is optimistic, saying there is no way it will not pass. Hopefully, this isn't one of those statements that will age like milk. Like that time I said it was smooth sailing for the South Carolina permitless carry bill. There is still, of course, a lot of opposition to this bill, like police state enthusiast Representative Mandy Landry. Yeah, that's her real name. No, I don't think she's related to Governor Jeff Landry. Mandy said, "If you don't know how to use a gun and if you're running around with it illegally, law enforcement needs to know that." Oh, my sweet summer child, if it isn't illegal, then it wouldn't be illegal.
Come on, let's try something illegal.
And then there's this store brand Gary Busey here, who heads the Metropolitan Crime Commission. He whined, "This is a tool that will be removed, which means that police department is going to have to wait for people carrying a weapon to use that weapon before they can engage." Yeah, that's how things work in this country, champ. We don't lock people up for crimes they might commit. But despite very vocal pearl clutching from the usual suspects, it appears the Bayou State may have the numbers in the legislature to get this passed. The governor called this special session to get this bill passed in the first place, so he's probably gonna sign it. And they've got this guy, the chattest politicritter ever. Senator Blake Miguez is a USPSA Grandmaster, and he appeared on Top Shot. He said, "Government is not here to place burdens on our constitutional rights. Criminals already carry concealed handguns without government permission."
So say we all.
Now, all fooling aside, this really does look like it's going to get done soon. As I record this, SB 1 has passed out of committee and should see a vote soon. If you'd like to do your part, though, call 225-342-2040 and tell them to pass SB 1. Adair, Iowa has a population of less than 800 people. The former police chief, Bradley Wendt, was just convicted of unlawfully possessing a machine gun and multiple counts of making false statements to the AFT because he submitted almost 40 law letters requesting demonstration of 90 machine guns for his two-man police department. He purchased many of these guns for the department, but then turned around and sold them for a personal gain of almost $80,000. He also acquired some of these guns for his gun store, including a Ma-Deuce 50 caliber machine gun, which he mounted to his personal up-armored Humvee.
A man can dream, though. A man can dream.
The unlawful possession charge was for an M60, which was registered to the department, but in his personal collection. He even held a machine gun shoot where he allowed the public to shoot department weapons for a fee. He's looking at up to 55 years in Club Fed. Now, stories like this always leave me with mixed feelings. On the one hand, the NFA is unconstitutional and immoral. It should not exist, and all free men should be able to buy whatever weapons they wish. On the other hand, police officers who abuse their position of trust and think they are better than the rest of us have a seat reserved for them in the special hell right next to the people who talk in the theater.
You're serious.
What do you folks think? Now, forget the malum prohibitum part of it. Was what this man did malum in se? Nassau County, New York just got a preliminary injunction for requiring drug tests and social media account passwords from people applying for carry permits. The injunction right now is as applied to the plaintiff, so it only applies to him, but the judge doesn't seem to be very sympathetic to the state's position, and he also ordered a hearing to sort things out further. One of the questions he's looking for answers on is why applicants have to wait 8 months just to get an appointment to get fingerprinted, and why they have to go to the headquarters rather than just any police precinct as they would for other sorts of background checks. The county hasn't said whether they plan to appeal, but they did close their permitting office for a week. Good to see they're not being petty about this. And now for your moment of Zen.
It turns out we actually have a fairly well-funded organization in this country designed to support you. It's called the National Rifle Association. And I just want to ask you point blank, how much help did you receive from the NRA?
I didn't receive any help from the NRA. I know people who work with the NRA and they don't want to touch my case.
How could that be? How could the NRA, which has taken money from its members for 100 years, exactly for moments like this, how could they not help you?
I have no idea. One of the organizations that did step up and help me is the National Association for Gun Rights.
Hey friends, do you like pews and other pew-related things? Would you like to help us keep delivering you
pure uncut American pew propaganda at the low, low price of free penny?
We literally couldn't pay the bills without our sponsors, so do yourself a solid and get yourself something nice from them. You deserve it. While you're at it, stop by shop.ar15.com and get some fly threads like this. I love you.